I just want to give an update on that GNB green battery packs that I've been testing, or that I was testing back in June 2023. Initially I bought 2 to test, then end up buying 10 more for the race. But this set on this side I've been using very actively. These are my practice batteries and these are my race batteries. I actually bought these after the PN Regionals in July. And these I bought before July. These set sometimes on a Saturday and Sunday, if I'm testing something with my mod car, I would charge each of these packs 5 times in one day, 5 times. And I'm expecting it to be dead by now or feel flat, but I haven't felt that, and it's still consistent the entire 5 minutes. Well, I mean, initially you get that like punch the first 3 minutes, then I don't want to say that it slows down, because it doesn't. I don't really feel it's slowing down, but maybe it just doesn't have that much, the same amount of punch, you know. In my 2500, in my 3500, and in my 5500 mod. And I only charge these although to 0.7 or 1 amp, and I never ever use the LiHV to charge these. I only use LiPo balance, and I peak at 8.39 to 8.41. I haven't used the lithium high volt HV. I haven't, none of my batteries, because that's gonna go over 8.4. That'll be like 8.7, and in miniz or in 28 scale, you know, you can't go over 8.4. That's not allowed in any of the races, right? But if you're just playing around, I guess you can do it. I personally haven't tried it because it won't be right. I don't know. I just won't feel right using a, you know, it's like running a motor that's been open, running a spec motor that's been open that I'm practicing with, you know. For me, it just doesn't make any sense for me. So I only use it for LiPo balance, and you can charge it 5 amps or whatever. I don't know if you can, but the most I did when I ran out of battery, I charged at 2 amps. But that's only because my heat was coming up and I didn't have a charge battery. And I've only done that maybe a couple of times. But other than that, the most I'd use is 1 amp. I have tried the LiHV, but not my batteries, someone else's, not knowing that they were charging LiHV, okay? So it was peaked at 8.4. Man, for some reason, that car felt so much faster. I borrowed the battery because he's got the same exact battery. And I just thought that it was new battery. But no, it was actually charged differently. So I had to tell, so I used the battery, and I was able to match my own fast lap. But the car felt, because the line wasn't as tight, but the car was definitely a lot faster. As a matter of fact, I used his own car, drove it with his radio, using his battery charged at LiHV, and beat my time by 1/10 of a second. And then I found out that because of the battery, so that fast lap didn't count. I don't care if it was anyways, it didn't count, okay, because it's not supposed to. It's 8.7. So anyway, I actually beat that time with a regular battery with a tighter line. So a couple of days later. But anyway, it with the LiHV, the punch for, I want to say, with the 3500 motor, 2 to 3 minutes, maybe not even 3 minutes. It feels like mod. The 3500 feels like 4500 GL motor. It's fast with the 8.7 peak voltage. It's fast, okay? However, when after 3 minutes or almost 3 minutes, the car just dumps, you know. It felt like the back in the days, those AAA, when you charge it at 1 amp, after, you know, the race is 8 minutes, and after that 4 minutes, it's like the battery's flat. And I didn't like that feel, you know. You have to now change your driving style from, because the car was super fast, to now the car is just it lost its punch, you know. It's like driving a mod and all of a sudden you went back down to 3,500 in the middle of that 5 or 8 minute race, you know. I don't like that feel. I'd rather have a consistent feel, flat all throughout the race, or punch all throughout the race, right? So yeah, I don't like that feel. It reminds me so much of the AAA racing back in the days. I didn't like it. So also I want to say that these batteries and the practice batteries that I used 4 times a week, and my race batteries, if I compare them to my whatever car I'm running, just to compare how the battery is doing, it feels the same. It feels the same. And this one, the race battery, I don't even use. I don't. Maybe I use it once a month, and this I use 4 times a week. Okay, and even when I check the internal resistance, the capacity, and the voltage, the same. They're the same, and the feel on the track is identical. So yeah, I think these battery last longer because I'm not charging it at LiHV. I'm only charging it at LiPo balance at, you know, max 1 amp. So I think that's the reason why it still lasts for almost gonna be a year in June. Right now it's March. By the time you watch this video, it's gonna be maybe mid-April because I have videos lined up. So anyway, yeah, it's still very good. Although I consider these as my practice batteries, you know, between these two sets, they both feel the same. They're good, and they're cheap too, for $20 on Amazon. The only thing though is that these are longer, so you can't just fit it in any of the cars without having to do something with the pack. So what I did was I cut the shrink wrap, if you notice, the shrink wrap in the middle only. But usually when you buy this brand new, the shrink wrap is all the way to the end. But it makes it too tight in the battery tray for my reflex and the PN 3.0. So I had to remove it. And now you can just, let me just close that. There. I have to hold the spring collar, make sure it won't turn, because it's actually hitting it when I slide the battery in. But it's not hitting when it's when the battery's there. But look, it's sitting flush. Okay? And the reason why the cable is on this side, not on this side, is because of the wires are short. And I have my battery connector glued on the speed control because I just want to use one hand to plug and remove it. That's why I have it mounted this way. But you should really have it, if you can, this way, because that's what these slots are for the battery wire, like that. Okay, and also these are narrower, so if you put that in there, even with the rubber band, it can shift around when you hit something or when you hit the wall. It can shift. So I have foam in the middle. The foam gets switched around. It depends if I want weight towards the back, like right now. If I want weight towards the front, I'll put the foam in the back so that the battery shifts forward. And for my PN, I put the battery this way. Before, I kind of have to shove it in, which is not good, and force it down, because of that screw down there. I have countersunk screw in there so that the battery won't slide to the wheel in case you hit a wall or hit another car. It's a stopper for the battery. because the rubber band won't hold it. So if you don't cut the shrink wrap, it's gonna be a very tight fit. Yeah, I'd suggest to cut it for sure. Not the whole thing. I don't think it's gonna open up, but I just kept the shrink wrap in the middle. And yeah, and it fits. I definitely would suggest the battery because it's cheap and they last a long time. I'm ready to. They're so cheap, and I'm ready to get rid of them. I'm expecting it to be dead by now. Feel flat. No, I still got the punch. I still set my fast lap with these with my practice batteries, because even if I switch to my race battery, it feels the same. Also, when you buy this brand new, do cycle it maybe 5 times on the track, you know, like charge it, and then don't expect charge it and run the car and then charge it again. Maybe 2 visits or 5 charge. Maybe not do 5 charge in one day. Maybe max is 3 charge in one day, because I was actually just trying to, I don't really care about the practice battery, so I was charging it 5 times a day. But I realized that it's not gonna die until, not anytime soon at least, because it still feels very good. So don't expect it to have that punch when it's brand new. Maybe give it 3 to 5 cycles, and then it should pick up. Okay, don't show up with a brand new pack on a race day. Maybe cycle them a few times, and then take it to the track on race days. I'll have the link in the description and where I bought it. I bought it on Amazon. Yeah, I'm gonna continue to run the battery because it just feels good, cheap, and really good. But yeah, I guess that's it for this video. Thanks.